had nowhere else to go.
Oh, sweetie, what is it? You look like it's the end of the world. Here, sit down.
Jake's in jail. And they took Trevor. And David's going to do whatever he can to make sure that I'm never going to see him again, and he can do it. He can get us all arrested. He can make sure that he takes him away, and I'll never see him again.
All right, slow down now. Take a breath. Now, who's Trevor?
My son.
Amanda, your son is...
My son is alive.
Fine, you can't do this.
No. Jake told me that he found a family to adopt Trevor. A good family. But I just wanted to see him again so badly, just to hold him, just to feel his warmth. And so he took me to the cottage where the nanny was taking care of him because he knew that I'd want to see my son again, and that we just needed the right time, you know, so that we could adopt him, and David would never have a clue.
I held a memorial.
We arranged it so Opal would find Trevor outside of the church, and Jake and I would adopt him from social services. But then Opal got caught up at the hospital, and Dad turned around and he saw that Trevor was gone, and it was horrible. We looked everywhere, and I was just going out of my mind.
They hated me so much. They were willing to endanger the life of a helpless infant. I mean, who knows what pervert could have walked off with them?
Thank God Randy found him. When I think about how much worse it could have been. I was so stupid. We should have told Jesse. We should have. He could have helped us, but we were just so terrified of David and that he could take Trevor away and I would lose him forever. He would ruin my son's life.
Well, Amanda can kiss that baby goodbye now. There's not a court in the country that would grant her custody. The only way she's going to be able to hold a baby again is Jake takes back the one he gave to Liza.
Wait. Liza's baby isn't hers? I thought you tested his DNA.
All that proved was that I was not the father. If I tested Liza, then it would have proved that she was not the mother. Look, but Jake conned us all right? He gave Liza another baby so Amanda could adopt mine and I wouldn't know it. Well, the whole plan blew up in their faces this time.
You think I'm a horrible, twisted person?
No. No, trust me, I have made far worse decisions. And I've learned. You know, nobody deserves to mourn a child, not even David. But I understand why you did it.
I just wanted to be with my son, and we were so close to making it happen.
I'm so glad you're here. I want to apologize.
What?
Well, for bringing this all down on you. I'm the one that told David everything.
We're going behind bars.
He had a gun to my head, and the look in his eyes, he was going to shoot me if I didn't start talking. All I could think about was my son. Amanda, I am so sorry. I am ashamed of what I did, but I was scared for my life and my son's.
So the hell with mine? Just throw us to the shark at the first sign of blood in the water?
Amanda, I know how awful you must feel, but Liza is not the bad guy here. Now, at least you can help Amanda in court now, right?
Well, no, unfortunately, I can't help with any custody hearings because I was in on it from the beginning to help keep David away from your son. I could be charged as an accessory. I could be disbarred. I could even go to jail. At the very least, it's a conflict of interest.
I cannot believe this. I can't believe this. Every one of us could go to jail. Me, Jake, you, Tad, and this monster is just going to be set free to go raise my baby.
Okay, it sounds a little grim when you put it like that, but I don't think it's time to give up hope quite yet. Because I have a plan.
You want me to spy on David?
No, I don't want you going anywhere near David. We can find something to discredit him, something to prove that he's an unfit parent.
Well, he held me at gunpoint. I can allege kidnapping, assault with a deadly weapon, and intent to kill, but it's still my word against his.
Yeah. And you were involved on the whole baby plan. But still, it might make a judge think twice about awarding him the child.
Even if David loses custody, I'll still be considered an unfit mother. Trevor will go up for adoption. I'll never see him again.
Now, think positive, Amanda. You are a good mother. And it can't be that hard to dig up dirt on David.
Exactly. Especially not with Marissa living there, which is why we want you to spy on him.
No, I already told you. My being there is a temporary thing. I'm not planning on staying.
Okay, good. We'll just do the plan without Marissa. I don't want you getting sucked in by David. And that's exactly what will happen. I know that's so easy to do when you're living in the devil's house. Trust me, it nearly cost me everything.
And I will lose everything if you don't help me bring down David.
You guys have to consider where David's coming from, too.
What did I walk in on?
You're taking his side?
No, I'm just saying, he was sandbagged with this. I mean, maybe if you give him some time to calm down, you could work out a compromise.
This is my baby's life that you're talking about. Do you know what it's like to love someone so much that you would send them away to protect them from someone who has no soul, no conscience? That is what I'm saving my baby from. But you wouldn't understand that because you're too naive and you're not a mother.
Listen, I know that you're resisting spying on David. Marissa, you are our only hope.
Sometimes we all have to do things that don't sit well. And while the ends don't always justify the means, I think that if a dirt ball drags you down in the mud to have a fight, sometimes you do have to be willing to fight dirty.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
What if I don't share that philosophy?
Well, then you walk out of here and you go tell David exactly what we're doing. Or you don't. Either way, it's your decision. You make it alone. Just make sure you do what you think is right. Don't do it because somebody else guilts you into it.
Well, it's getting late. I'm going to get home to Stuart. I will be at the police station first thing in the morning to work on Jake's release papers.
Thank you, Liza.
Yeah.
I'll go check on Jenny.
No, let me do it. Rocking her might help me get over missing Trevor so much. What do you want?
Only what's best for our son, as I'm sure you do too.
I want you out of our lives.
Well, that's not going to happen, considering the circumstances. But I've been thinking, why should we go through a long, costly custody battle when we could work this all out amongst ourselves?
I will never give my son up to you.
I'm not asking you to, but you know I live in a big house. So why don't you move in and we could raise our son together?
Are you insane?
Don't be hasty. Just think about it. That's all I'm asking.
I don't have to think about it, David. I would rather die than to do that to Trevor or Jake.
Yeah, well, that's interesting you'd put it that way because you will be dying inside if you favor Martin's feelings over our son's well-being. I'll tell you what. I'll even throw in a bonus. You move in and I will drop all the charges. Everyone goes free. All I want is what's best for our son. And all you have to do to make it happen is say yes.